I'm Dolores Johnson. I'm Director of Clinical Services here. I've been at House of Ruth for 6 years, and I supervise the GLADE short-term housing program, the emergency shelter, the emergency and family services program, and the food pantry. The GLADE House program is a short-term housing program, and what we do is we have compassionate, we have dedicated staff that provide short-term housing services for our clients. We provide individual counseling, we provide group counseling. We also provide different skills that we may take for granted, such as how to be a good neighbor, how to talk to your landlord. Our goal is when they get that long-term housing, we want them to be successful. We want them to sustain that housing. We also assist them with making sure that they take their medication as prescribed, because our goal is for them to become undetectable, and that's so important in the world of clients living with HIV/AIDS. One of our prior clients, Tommy, was very successful in our short-term housing program. He came to us in need of additional supervision, in need of additional support and care from our program. He was such a tremendous success, and we are so proud of him because he is a community leader. He still comes to GLADE and model as a peer support for our clients at GLADE House. And we're just so proud of him and his accomplishments that he has made since he's left the GLADE short-term housing program.
My name's Tommy Robinson. I guess in 2008 or 9, I was in jail, and that's how I found out I had HIV. I was brought to the House of Ruth in 2008, I want to say. It's been very enlightening to go through the House of Ruth program. I have learned how to be a better person, learned more about my disease. Before I moved into one of the houses at the House of Ruth, I did not know anybody who had HIV besides me. So I got to live in a community where I learned about people with HIV, learning from each other, learning how to live with one another, helping one another, you know, becoming a part of a community, learning how to take my medicine properly, just learning how to be a person, you know. A few months of being there, I found out I had cancer, and stage 2 colon cancer. It was pretty difficult. If the House of Ruth didn't exist, I have no idea where I would be. It showed me how to love myself, and they never stopped caring or helping me over the past 14 years. You know, I can go back and talk to anyone, you know. They just do a lot. It's indescribable, the feeling I get. God has me here for a reason, you know, to help others, and so I know that's my purpose. So, and I'm thankful for House of Ruth for it.
Elisa Taylor, I'm the Housing Program Manager here at House of Ruth. The House of Ruth services are to benefit those with HIV/AIDS, but not only them personally, but their family. A lot of times we have family that will reach out and say, hey, I have a family member who's HIV positive. How can you all help them? They don't have housing, they're homeless, or families turn them away, or they've lost their job. So basically, I feel that, you know, House of Ruth is known throughout the community, and the work that we do here in benefiting those with HIV/AIDS and getting them all the resources and services that they need to have stability, whether that be financial stability, housing stability, or other supports. Working with Rhonda, she was always very pleasant, even in the most challenging times. She's outgoing and demonstrated great motivation to do better, to always do better. So coming on to housing, she utilized all our supportive services for her benefit and was able to gain great independence, become employed, and do a host of other things by serving the community. So it was just so wonderful to be able to see her progress as she did.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Cowan. I'm 62-year-old transgender female. House of Ruth has supported me in so many different ways. and encouraging me to take care of my health and stuff. I guess I could say I was homeless. I didn't have a address of my own, but I lived with my sister. And then when I found out I was HIV positive, that just, to me, I just felt like this is it. This is the end. No one's ever gonna want me. No one's ever really gonna, they don't love me anyway, and this is really gonna be the cap out for it. The sooner I'm dead, the better off I'll be. So, I guess my drinking and drugging increased more. Finally, I reached out and I was like, I don't want to live like this anymore. And my sister and I was having some issues, but because I wasn't homeless, they couldn't just place me somewhere at that time. But as time kind of evolved on over the months, I finally came one day and I was like, I need help, the drugs, the alcohol. So that's when they said, well, if that's the case, we do have some help for you. And so they told me about the Glade House, and the House of Ruth saved my life. It really did. It was a safe place for me to go so that I could work on me. And they loved me to life. They loved me till I could love myself. I had to learn to live life again. I had to learn how to live life and face life without being scared of running into some type of, just running into someone or running into something and being afraid that I might relapse. So I just kind of stayed close to home a lot. Like I said, really the biggest things that they provided for me was like the stability of being able to get clean and sober and go through therapy and counseling and housing. That was a big thing. That was a big bridge to bridge me up to independence. And so now I'm 7 years sober. I'll be 8 years in August. And yes, life still shows up. Things still knock me off my square, but I don't have to pick up over it. Again, like I said, it saved my life. I know, had I not have surrendered and came here, I would be dead now. I know that. The way that I was drinking, I wouldn't be here. I know that without a shadow of a doubt.